Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again. I want to talk to you for a few minutes about why God chose me to bring a message to you. And it's been a wonderful experience and a crazy experience at the same time. Nevertheless, I must be able to say that I kept the faith. I didn't do it perhaps like I should have, straightened to the T for various reasons, and I have no problem in sharing it with you. Is because I grew up with being controlled by the devil just like you. Oh yes, I went to church. I heard the stories. I read the scriptures when I learned how to read, and I played visions in my own mind. Truth of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, is this. As I see it, I'm going to talk to you as I see it. See, God is real to me. To many people, it's just a belief. And when you have your life staked on a belief, it can change every few minutes. But when you know, then you can at least make a choice. And I have made a choice to say that God is offering a better way of living than what we have today. Now, perhaps there are those of you out there who really just hate. It was like perhaps you think you weren't taught to hate. It just you hate for all of the various reasons that you hate. That you're prejudiced and that you're racist for all of the reasons that you are. Had nothing to do with you. I mean, if you hadn't been around no one else, and the first time you saw, you would felt this way. Maybe some of you are like that. I don't believe that. And but if it is, it is. What I do believe, though, is that every last one of you want to live in peace and be prosperous and free. I do believe that every last one of you want to live in joy and happiness. I do believe that every last one of you want to realize your dreams. That means living your dreams daily. I do believe that. This basically means that those things that have been determined as essential for life commonly on the forefront: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, and those things that are made by the hands of man. You would like to have access to some of them, many of them, or just a few of them when you needed, wanted, or desired them. There's nothing wrong with that. And God says to me to tell you that that is available to you. But you have to follow God's way of doing things, and you are not following God's way of doing things. You're following the ways of the anti-God, the devil. You're following a lie. You're following a deception. You are helping the devil rob all the people that are suffering. The people who are running from these countries because the crooks that are raping them and trying to do all those ugly things to them, the people of the world are responsible for that. Not just the people there, the people of the world. The things that Russia is doing to Ukraine, not just the Russians are responsible. The people of the world are responsible. This is what God tells me to tell you. Now, I know you don't believe that because you listen to fake stuff. That's what you want. And then they want, well, the truth of the matter is they don't talk about this at all. Nobody talks about this. But I want you to know that is the reason that they don't talk about it, because it is the truth. And the truth, you got to get rid of that. In fact, I thought I would have been killed a long time ago for telling you the truth. But the problem was I didn't come at it wholeheartedly, because though I have done a lot of things to be able to identify with the poor rather than just being born in poverty, I've, over the last 40 years of my life, consistently played and did things to be a poor person. You see, because I have believed that, and I say believe, I have believed that you, the people, would change. I know that what I share with you is true. This is why I was able to say I would rather get court-martialed out of the United States Navy than to wear the uniform of the United States when Ronald Reagan was president, considering all the ugly things that Ronald Reagan did to poor people in poor countries. I know everybody else who find ways to say we all this, and that's okay because they don't know any better. You American people do not know any better. You go to churches every Sunday, you read the Bible, you study this, and you swear that you're on fire, born again, but you are not. The evidence is you are not. See, the world exists as it is because of the power that's behind it. The lie and all of the people that's bought into the lie. Many of you think you're not following a lie. But you look at the MAGA guys and you say, look how they follow that lie, like they are blind as a bat. That's what you say about those MAGA people. At the same time, that's what you are doing too. You might not see yourself following that same line, but you're undermining life just as they are. You too. Does your way of life, does your constitution, does anything that you hold higher than yourself offer the kinds of things that God, I have shared with you, that God offered to you and to everybody? No. Look, when you talk about Israel, over there with Gaza, we got to kill everybody. You know that's from the pit of hell. That's the kind of stuff Donald Trump would do. And this, what Donald Trump would do, people are praising it, calling him a great man, strong man, willing to kill so I don't have to kill. That's what the misguided brothers and sisters are saying to one another. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something that you don't know. You've heard of a story called the flood, and you've seen many videos of tsunamis that's going through major countries and parts of countries and doing some devastating things. You've seen devastating things happen here in America. Those things happen by nature, guided by God, just like everything else. But I want you to know, you heard that that flood consisted of water, and it represented a time long ago. But you also heard that the next time it would be with fire. Now, man couldn't control the water, but man can control the fire. And a lot of people think that man is going to be so evil at one another until they're going to drop the bomb and wipe everybody off Earth. And yet they're hoping that they won't do it because they know if they ever dare to do it, then they will go too, because everybody's going to have the bomb going. And whether it happens in 5 minutes or 3 seconds after, it's done. And so you try to keep everybody in order that way, living on pins and needles. When, if you did the right thing, took away the money. See, but in order for you to get rid of the money, you got to get rid of that greed. You got to get rid of that desire to try to outsmart somebody and take advantage of someone and having something to represent that you did it. Your awards, your rewards, your plaques, your bank account, all of that, my friends. Every religion plays a part for Satan. Every government plays a part for Satan. Every individual on the face of the earth plays a part for Satan. And until you can look around and see no poverty, when you can look around and all you can see is joy across the land, when you can do that, many of you have said Jesus is going to come back and change things. No, it also said coming back for the people without spots or wrinkles, who've gotten it together, who've learned the truth and walk according to the truth. Then such a one would come back. Look, I was saved to tell you this. I didn't give a stink about you any more than you give a stink about me when I was being alive, young, ignorant. No, that's what we are. But we do stupid things, and I did a stupid thing. But for some strange reason, that father decided to use me to say, here I am. See me. Do you doubt me? And when I could say no, that means go. I got a story to tell. I see the pain, I see the suffering, I see the way out. It's given to me all the time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, this political stuff, what's going on, it's the fruit of evil. Whether Republicans win or whether the Democrats win, it's nothing but evil. And guy over in Netanyahu and Putin and all those guys, it's nothing but evil. The bosses are the evils. The bosses are the evil. And the ones with the money are more than the bosses, because they are the ones that are really running the show, the ones with the money. We look at people with money. No, you guys look at people with money and say, oh, there's somebody. That's why people went for Trump. They thought he had money. He was able to do anything. That's why people go to mega churches, because they've given a lot of money and they represent all that these poor folks want and get nothing. When the master, my friends, have made it possible for you to benefit as I have described it to you in the way that you want, need, or desire it, and all you got to do is respect that one by respecting one another. That's the first thing he says. Love him. Love that power with all your heart, body, soul, and mind. You respect it. You honor it. You give it your everything. It becomes you. And then you look at everyone. Because in your mind, they are doing the same thing too. And they are part of all that specialness. You honor one another. You're glad to be a part of it. So you engage yourself in the process of creating in abundance all of that good stuff that everybody says we want. And you do it. And everybody participate and access from it whenever they get ready. Not hoarding anything. Not over here they can do something you can't want to. Oh, no, not in God's world. I want to tell you, you're not going to get that from the Republicans. You're not going to get it from the Democrats. You're not going to get it from the United Nations trying to prove, or some other power trying to do this, or the FBI, the CIA, and all these other agencies, and all that other stuff. It's the games that people play when they're living a lie. When you're living a lie, you do all of that. When you're living a lie, let me tell you one more time. When you're living a lie, you do all of that. And when you straighten up, start being clean, you don't have to do any of that stuff. And the truth is, my friends, you can straighten up. Because once you start knowing the truth, all of a sudden that other stuff don't even matter anymore. You just start dropping it off. You ain't even trying to punish anybody for it. You just throwing that stuff in the trash can and burning it up and living. So I want you to think about the things that I've shared with you tonight. You know I'll be back. And I hope I have something that's bona fide enough to set your spirit on fire. Because you don't have long time. You don't have forever. Okay? Bye-bye for now.